Hello, second grade. Welcome back from recess. Come in, come in. Did everyone have fun at recess? Good, awesome. Why don't we come in, sit down, we'll do a little cool down and get ready to get back into the school mode. I was thinking I could read you guys a book. Awesome, sounds good to everyone? Great. So I found a book that has to do with the topic we've been talking about all week, about dreams, about people in history who have had big dreams and worked really hard to make them come true. Who specifically did we talk about this morning? Does anyone remember? A little bit yesterday too. Martin Luther King Jr., great job. We've been talking this week all about Dr. King and his I Have a Dream speech and all of the movements he participated in and just the dreams that he had. And today we're going to be reading a book all about a whole street full of people who have dreams and how they come true. So does anyone in here, has anyone ever had a dream? Fun, fun. I like that. Ooh, that's cool too. When I was younger, my dream was to be on American Idol. But now my dream is to be your guys' teacher. And I think I did a pretty good job making that come true. So why don't we take a look at Dream Street and look at all the different dreams the children have in the book, some of the adults have in the book. Maybe someone's will be like Dr. King's, maybe they'll be more like ours. So let's take a look at some other dreams that people have. Dream Street by Tricia Walker and Akua Holmes. Welcome to Dream Street, the best street in the world. Just ask the people who live here. The houses and the dreams inside are as different as thumbprints. The sidewalks are wide enough for huge chalk drawings and giant hopscotch boards. Children from all over the neighborhood come to play until the street lights go on. I see a really fun phrase on this first page. The houses and the dreams inside are as different as thumbprints. Now, does anyone remember what that's called? What kind of phrase we call that in English? A simile, great job. We've been talking a little bit about similes and metaphors this week. I wonder if we're going to see a few more throughout the book. Let's keep our eyes open for that. Yusuf waits for his brother Biko at the corner of Humboldt Avenue and Dream Street. He's thinking about how their mom always says, "Don't leave the house without your crown." She likes to tell them stories about their ancestors who were queens and kings with dreams they never gave up on. Who else had a dream that we were talking about? Yes, Dr. King, thank you. Each morning, unless it's raining, Mr. Sidney reads the newspaper on his stoop, dressed to the nines, Miss Sarah likes to say. "What's the nines?" a child will ask, and Miss Sarah will answer, "Fancy, fancy." Mr. Sidney is a retired mail carrier, living his dream of never having to wear a uniform again. He tips his big brown fedora and greets everyone with, "Don't wait to have a great day. Create one." Belle catches butterflies in a jar when they fly near Miss Sarah's bird bath, but she always lets them go before too long. "Everything has a right to be free," she says, "and every butterfly is different, just like snowflakes and people and dreams." Belle wants to become a scientist who studies butterflies. She says there's a special name for it, I looked this up. A lepidopterist. We're going to say a lepidopterist. Azari's house is next to the park. That girl can really jump rope. She can do double dutch on one leg at a time. She can turn around and touch the ground. She can jump by herself with 2 ropes. She can even dance, jump, and dream of winning a shiny trophy one day, all at the same time. When she flies down the street swinging her rope, she lifts her long brown legs as high as the sun. Did she really lift them as high as the sun? No, the author's using another simile, saying that they're as high as the sun. Not really, but we could say they're almost like that. Miss Sarah, also known as the Hat Lady, is Belle's great auntie. Her voice is only a whisper, but there are stories between the lines of her face that she'll share when you come close. She's lived on Dream Street longer than anyone, even longer than some of the trees, watching children turning into grown-ups and listening to their dreams along the way. Zion walks around the corner to the library to read skyscraper tall piles of books that take him on adventures around the world. When other kids talk or laugh, he tells them, shh, because doesn't everyone know you're supposed to be quiet in there? Some days, Miss Barbara, the librarian, hands him a brand new book and says softly, I have a feeling this is your cup of tea. Can a book be a cup of tea? No. What kind of phrase is that, a cup of tea? This book is your cup of tea. That's more like a metaphor. Great job. Can boys be librarians? Zion whispers to her because it's his dream to become one. Of course they can, she whispers back. He flashes a bright smile and continues his journey through the pages of the next book. Ede lives at the top of the hill and searches for treasures that others throw away. She collects smooth rocks, broken jewelry, leaves and feathers, and adds them to her drawings of people on Dream Street. Meanwhile, her cousin Tari pays attention when new folks come around so she can make up stories about them. In her notebook, she scribbles down the things she hears when they don't know she's listening. The cousins dream that someday they'll create a picture book together about everyone they know and meet on Dream Street. What's another dream? What's another job that these girls could come up with from writing and drawing? Being authors and illustrators, creating a book. Great job. The Phillips family has 5 boys: Dudley, Donald, DiNardo, Dexter, and Duke, all named after jazz musicians. Those boys are more than a handful, some say, but the brothers know not to act up or show out. On Sundays before church, their daddy, Mr. Phillips, lines them up on the front porch for inspection, from hats down to shined shoes. He dreams of forming his own jazz band with the Phillips boys one day. Uh-oh, looks like little Duke forgot his bow tie. I'm missing his little bow tie. The garden behind Desiree's house overflows with plants you don't see every day. Purple lilies, red desert peas, and yellow passion flowers. Her magnolia trees smell like milk and honey and make your eyes feel heavy, as if they want to close. Desiree's locks are so long she can wrap them around her shoulders like a shawl. Sometimes she and her grandbaby, Little Song, fall asleep together. Little Song makes sweet sounds and dreams like little girl dreams. Did anyone else see a simile or a metaphor on this page? Yes, I saw wraps them around her shoulders like a shawl. Does she actually wrap them around like that? No. They're just so long that that's a really good comparison. It's a good way to think about them. When she was small, Miss Paula loved to twirl on her tippy toes up and down Dream Street. Now she teaches African dance at the rec center, her head wrapped round and round with bright fabric until it's high as a pyramid. Her feet move lightning fast, slap, slap, slapping and tap, tap, tapping on the floor, keeping pace with the drummer's hand. Watch out, you might get dizzy if you stare too long. Sometimes when the rhythm takes hold, her wrap unravels and falls to the ground. She never stops moving, even as she stoops down to pick it up. Yes, I did see another simile on this page. Where did you see it? High as a pyramid. Great job. Is her hair really as high as a pyramid? No, that would be way too heavy to have on her head and way too tall to get through a door. But does it help you imagine how big her hair really is? How big her wrap is? Yes. It's a great way to think about similes, helping us to think and imagine how it would really be by making sense of something else that's big. Love the way you said that. Little Benjamin, who lives in the purple house next to the park, is tucked snugly into bed. But he doesn't want to go to sleep and dream. He might miss something important. He hugs his teddy bear Tyler, who isn't ready for sleep either. Instead, they count the stars that sparkled through the bedroom window and listen to laughter outside from the big kids who don't have to go to bed yet. Who doesn't like to go to bed? No, I'd rather stay up and have fun. The children who live and play on Dream Street can become whatever and whoever they want because their dreams are nourished and cared for, just like Desiree's flowers. There is no need to worry or to rush. They take their time growing and playing, learning and living, and soaring skyward toward all the adventures that await them. The end. Wow, there's a lot of dreams in that book, a lot to unpack. Did anyone see any dreams that reminded them of Dr. King? There's not really any in this book that are the same as Dr. King, but we can compare their passion to Dr. King. We can compare their thoughts about just having a dream. So now, I want to know if anyone can point out a dream in this book that they also had. The dancer, you want to be a dancer one day? That's so cool. That was just like Miss Paula. Dancing's a dream a lot of people have. It's a really, really fun one. Yes. The librarian, that'd be a great job for you one day. Let me find it. It's almost. There it is, being a librarian. So much fun. Did anyone think any of these dreams in Dream Street were crazy or just too hard to accomplish? The one about the butterflies was definitely hard to say. Being a dancer is a hard job. It takes a lot of talent and practice. Do you think that people ask Dr. King those questions? Don't you think your dream is crazy? That's going to be so hard to accomplish. Yes. His dreams were hard and they were seen as kind of crazy to some people, but he didn't want to give up because that was his dream. Dreams are dreams for a reason. They're not easy to make come true, but they're not impossible. And just like Dr. King and the wonderful people of Dream Street, we need to shoot for our dreams, no matter how hard they'll be. If it's something we really want, that like the people in Dream Street personally want, or like Dr. K who wanted to make a difference for other people. We have to work for it. So next, we're going to take some inspiration from Dr. King and the people of Dream Street, and we're going to shoot for those stars and spread our message to others. We're going to take some inspiration from Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech and all of the lovely dreams from the people of Dream Street. And we're going to all write our own I Have a Dream speech. I want you to pick a dream you have, any dream. It could be one that's personal, like you'd like to be on American Idol, or one that's more broad and for others, like you want to end hunger. Any dream that you have. When you're writing this speech, when you're writing this about your dream, you're going to make it like a speech like Dr. King did. So I'll bring you all around a copy of his speech. It doesn't have to be the same, but I'd like it to start like you're trying to sell someone something. I have a dream and here's what we can do about it. Here's why I like it. And here's why I think it would be a good thing to shoot for. While you're writing this speech, maybe we could try and make it fun and colorful using some similes and metaphors like we saw in Dream Street. I think that'd be fun. Let's look at Dr. King's speech and see if we can find any similes and metaphors after we all write our own speeches.